Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen, and today's video I'm going to be doing my weekly check-in for the first week of February. This is my first video I'm filming in the new year. It's kind of crazy, but I thought I would start out slow with a really minimal video as I ease my way back into filming and getting back into YouTube and sharing my budget journey. I'll kind of chat and catch y'all up with what's been going on as I go through my weekly check-in, but I'm gonna jump right in. I am using Sarah Marie stickers on Etsy. She does have a YouTube here. She came out with this budget planner and I have dove into it finally. I had all these plans of setting up my 2024 budget as well as January's budget with you guys, and moving work, it was insane in January, which is normally like our slowest month. Like, I was looking back on my app that I use to track all my cash tips, and I doubled my income, which is a total blessing. Like, I'm not complaining at all. It's a huge blessing that we were busy and there was just something going on every single weekend, either across the street or with like the 49ers playoff games. We were like the official watch party for them. So yeah, it was just really insane. And I just got into a routine of just like doing that, just working, coming home, sleeping, working out. Like, I wasn't cash stuffing. I wasn't doing anything. I finally set up my January budget. I'm not going to share that because I did put in my income and I don't like to share my income. But I also did set up my January budget. Pretty straightforward from last year. I kind of kept the numbers the same. I did recently move in the middle of January. That was another thing that was kind of like trying to get back into routine after moving is so hard. And then I went to Disneyland the end of January. So I feel like there was just like back-to-back things that I was just like, let me just get through this month. Let me do what I need to do. Let me pay my bills with my cash, because what I do for my cash stuffings, I use that money. I set money aside weekly to fund like some categories like my groceries, eating out, gas, all that stuff, as well as like my sinking funds, which I don't even think I've set. See, I haven't even set up my sinking funds. I've tracked some expenses, but I haven't even set them up. I know what they are because in January, I did not stuff a single envelope. So what I did for January was I just held on to all the cash that I made from my shifts. At the end of the month, I pulled the money for my rent. I pulled the money for all my life insurance, my health insurance, my phone bill, the bills that I use my cash for, and I paid that. And then I put the rest into moving expenses because I had used some savings we bought a new couch. We needed a few things, like we have an extra bathroom here, and so we needed like shower curtain and extra like things like that. We bought a new knife set. What else? We didn't get we got a little dining table. So it was like things like that I was like spending money on, and so I did a terrible job at tracking. I finally went back and like tracked all my spending. I'll show you January, but I didn't put any kind of spending in like this because it was coming from my savings. So basically what I did was reimbursed my savings for that money, or with the money that I had left over after I paid all my bills from January with my cash tips. But anyways, that was a long-winded intro. Sorry guys, I thought I just like had to fill you in what was going on. We're gonna jump right in, and then I'm hoping to just kind of stay consistent with my filming and get back into a routine of checking in with my budget, checking in with my spending, doing my weekly cash stuffings, all the things that I've been sharing for the last couple years, and staying consistent with that. So yeah, with that being said, this is my February monthly view. I track my 5 categories, which is my groceries, eating out, gas, parking, and personal. And those are variable expenses in my budget that I like to keep track of and making sure that I am staying within my budget. So these weekly check-ins definitely help. Especially with last month being kind of like an all over spending month, as well as this month. I was trying to do a low spend, but I feel like I've had a couple other like Amazon purchases, like our table we bought this month. But I didn't put it in here because, like I said, I just pushed that money back into my savings. So I had like a certain amount that I was gonna spend from my savings, and then I put it back in there. So yeah, I kind of just like chalked it up as like January's money went into like the whole moving experience. I also did spend, I think I spent like $380 at Disneyland, and I had $300 in my envelope, so, or $280, and then I put $20 in for my first cash stuffing for February, which you will see in a video real soon. Anyways, okay guys, I feel like I'm like on a tangent. I feel like I've not talked to you guys in forever, which I haven't, and so sorry about that, but I feel like I'm finally at a place with my schedule that I'm like, okay, now we're like boxes are put away, everything's put away. I feel like, you know, I'm feeling good. So anyways, let's do this check-in because that's why we're here. So yeah, I track these categories in my monthly. And then I usually cash unstuff, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do this kind of check-in for the February. And then March, I'm going to start doing my cash unstuffings because I'm not caught up on my cash stuffings for like each week. But yeah, okay, well, let's check in. Fast track, I don't track that from week to week. It is usually only a once a month thing. I do have a line item for that in my budget, and that is for like my toll for driving into the city. So that's that. Next is this like peachy color. Make sure y'all are in view here. Peachy color, and that's gonna be my eating out. So the first one I have is Next Level. This was the day I came back from Disneyland and I drove home from Sacramento, and I stopped and got some, a little sandwich because I was so hungry. This next day I went out to Thai with some friends and I spent $18. I just rounded up and just sent them a Zelle for my portion. And then I am going to do these first few days in the first week. So that's how I'm going to do it. And then this Tuesday, I was out running errands and stopped at Pete's, and they have a plant-based breakfast sandwich. And so I got that and probably like a cold brew, I think. I usually do a cold brew or like an iced espresso. So that leaves me with $43.24 for this week alone. Like I said, I was really trying to, I gotta turn sideways. I was really trying to not spend too much this month because last month was kind of like a big spend month, which was totally not in my goals to start the new year. But what are you gonna do? Especially with the move and everything. So I just accepted it, and we're gonna move on because there's always room to change what you're doing. So then I like to go over here, and I budgeted 50, which kind of is unrealistic, but whatever. So I do 50 minus the 43.24 that I spent, and that leaves me with 676 for the remaining month. Sorry guys, I'm also filming like new angle, new room, so I'm trying to get the hang of like what everything looks like. Lighting is probably terrible. It was beautiful and sunny out, and I usually like to use natural light with a little bit of ring light to help, but it is cloudy and rainy now all of a sudden. Okay, so next is this like really pretty tealish blue color. This is gonna be my groceries for the month, and I went to Whole Foods this day and I spent $50.10. I've been getting like a tart cherry juice. I got a couple of those for my nighttime beverage, and then a few other things that I usually can't get at Trader Joe's, since being plant-based. Probably like, who knows what I got, like some cookies or something. And this day I did our weekly grocery trip to Trader Joe's. My portion of that was $39.48. And then this day I went to Safeway and we were going to a Super Bowl party on this Sunday. So I picked up a few things for that, as well as just a few things that I had not gotten at Trader Joe's. So that was $33.16. So I spent $122.74. Right? Okay, at Whole Foods. I was like, let me see. $122.74. And so I budget $350. $122.74. So I have $227.26. Cannot write against that coil. Okay. Mark those off. And then next is parking. I only had one for $335, and that was when I went out to lunch with some friends. $335? Yes, $335. And this month I budgeted $50. So that leaves me with $46.65 for parking. Okay, next is this really pretty like pink magenta color, and that is going to be my gas for this month. I really need to get in the habit of like filling up and then, you know, going back once I get low or like close to empty, that's what I do. I'm like, I have 10 miles I can last. You guys will have to let me know if you guys do that too. I have a couple friends that are like, their husband hates it. But I've been like putting 20 here, putting 25 here, like instead of just like filling up, because I think I've been going to places where I don't like the price of gas. So I'm like, let me just put a little bit in here to get me home or whatever the case may be. And I need to get out of this because I don't like the little amounts. I just like the one big amount every couple weeks or so. But yeah. That's my own personal issue. So then, see, so 2 days later, I bought gas for $24.73. Also, sorry if you have an echo, if you hear an echo. We don't have any carpet in our new place, and I feel like we need a rug in our office. So $44.73. So, I don't know. It's probably another expense. That's the thing with moving, like, it gets pricey. Okay, so 200 and then 44.73 is what I spent. So I have 155. 27. Can't see this calculator. Okay, and last of all, we have this other like darker peachy color. So if you can see that. Make sure you guys are even in view here, is my personal spending. And I went to Home Goods this day and I don't know what I bought, but I've had a couple Home Goods trips too for like decor or like, what did I buy the other day? Oh, some bath mats. So like I've just been keeping track of everything that we've been spending for the new apartment. And then, you know, David gives me his half and then I put in my half and then I just reimburse myself. So that's what I've been doing. $14.39. So let's see, over here I budgeted $50. I spent $14.39, so I have $35.61 remaining. Okay, so we're doing pretty good besides eating out, getting pretty close to being up there. It is Valentine's Day this coming week, so I doubt I'll be spending money unless we do. I don't know. We don't really have any plans. We are going to a concert Tuesday, the day before Valentine's Day. So we don't have any dinner plans because I work that morning. So I don't know, unless we like randomly go to dinner before the concert, But I might just pull that out of date night. So we'll see. But other than that, doing pretty good. I am going to make it a goal to stay in my budget and make sure that I can see what I'm doing. I do need to set up my sinking funds. Like I said, they are going to be the same from January. Let's see if I can. I don't want to show because I put in my income. So like this, so I set this up and then I haven't even closed them out because I did not put any money in here, but I did have one transaction for Bentley for his food. So most of these are going to be the same. I just need to transfer them over. I did have 2 expenses coming out of here. Bentley went to the groomers. I pulled all of the money out of that envelope. And then I went and got a manicure and pedicure, which I went and got a manicure, and it's been a while since I've gotten a manicure. I usually do my own nails, but I really needed to do like cuticle cutting and just, I really wanted to just get like my nails done, which honestly, like they're already chipping. This I did with my knife. Like I was prepping dinner the other night and I was like, oh, dang it. But I wanted to like get my cuticles done, and I just like after the move, after a crazy January, I was like, I just want to treat myself. So that's where that money went. I will not be doing that moving forward. I will go back to doing my own gel manicures. But I was just like, let me just pamper myself for this month. It's been a crazy start to the new year, and yeah, so, but that's it. I'm going to fill in these categories. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry, it was kind of all over the place and also a very long intro, but I also want to thank you guys for your patience and your continued support. I hope that you did enjoy the video. If you aren't subscribed, I would love for you to join the fam here. I will be back on my posting game, posting at least 2 videos a week moving forward. So be on the lookout for those, and I will see you guys in a video real soon.